Hey guys,
This is Ruby,
and Nicole.
and you're listening to She's All That.
Hey you guys, welcome back to our last episode of season 1.
Welcome back, you guys. Kind of low-key crying.
I know, it's like super bittersweet because, you know, we have lives and jobs and that we have to get back to, but I do love recording. And
Me
so,
too. I think we started at a perfect time too during this pandemic because we were so bored and we actually had the time to try our hardest and put our all in these past couple months. So I think it was all perfect timing. And we definitely deserve a break too, though.
I agree. I agree. Just to stress about everything else in our lives.
Yes.
Okay, so we thought we would play like a fun game. Ruby has the game Girls Night. That's what it's called, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yes. So we picked Ruby really did. Ruby picked some cards out of this game, and they're kind of like rapid fire, like answering questions. We might throw in some funny stories if we have them.
Well, we will throw some funny stories on might.
We will throw in stories.
Don't you worry, okay?
Okay, Ruby, should we just like start? I mean, go ahead.
Yes, let's do it. I mixed the cards, so see if you can hear this.
Oh, that's...
I don't know if you can hear it, but...
Do it again just to make sure. I think I was laughing during it. It sounds like a toot. Oh my gosh. Okay, well that was her what do you call that? Like shuffling, bending the cards. Whatever.
Bending the cards.
We have a stack of cards. That's what we're
We got a stack of cards. Here. Mix them up so we have no idea the order.
All right.
Okay. First one is most likely to fake their own death to get out of going to work.
Well, I've never done that. I would never do that. I could see you doing that. I think you have done that.
I have done that. I was a freshman in college and I was going to go to this job. And honestly, I'm the worst liar ever. But it was like a whole weekend job. It was like a marathon kind of thing. Or supposed to just volunteer and like hand out waters and stuff. Well, I didn't want to do it. So I don't know why I even like signed up for it, but didn't want to do it. So I emailed the lady and I was like, there was a family emergency. I need to fly to Mexico because my grandma has passed away, and like all of these things, like full on email. And I think back and I'm like, I was so just like dramatic and just so, it was obviously a lie. I could have just kept it simple and be like, oh, there's a family emergency. I can't make it to work. No, I had to share a full on freaking story of how my grandma passed away. And oh, bless her heart. I'm really glad she's not passed away and I still have her in my life, but never again will I do that. That was the one time.
What did they say? Like, did they respond?
She was just, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. And just, she had a lot of empathy, you know?
Got you. Yeah.
So bless her heart too.
Yeah, what a sweet lady. Yeah, no, I've never done that. I've never even thought to do that, I don't think. But, okay, you're for sure that one.
Okay, truth or dare. This is a truth. When was the last time you cried and why?
Nicole,
yesterday. Why are you laughing?
I cried yesterday.
Why?
Because I am so freaking stressed with my master's degree and with going back to school. I literally been waking up at 5:30 and going to bed at like 11 and working all day long. And I just had a mental breakdown and got into the fetal position and started crying yesterday on my floor because I was so freaking stressed. I've never been this stressed in my life. Like during undergrad, I was like, is this fine? I don't care. Chill. Wasn't that hard. I am just like, I'm getting so much stress acne. I have barely just so stressed. So yeah, that's why I cried. And it was yesterday. And I'll probably cry the rest of this whole month, but it's fine.
You can do it though. You're a boss lady. Also,
that's
for
what
the
my mug says, boss lady. Did you know that?
No, I didn't. But also for acne, if you are into essential oils, tea tree will literally get rid of acne like that. Like
you just put it Like, what do you mean? You put it
You just
in
put
the
it
little
like put
diffuser?
lotion in your palm and then put like a drop. It's expensive. That's why you just use a drop every day in the lotion, and then you just rub it on your face, and it literally will take away. It's my brother has had acne all over, and he's tried so many things, and starting tea tree, yeah,
Really?
it's getting rid of all his acne. So recommend.
Okay, thank you. Because I'm like, oh my gosh, what is going on with my face? Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
Okay, when is the last time you cried?
This weekend when I said goodbye to my sister.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to cry because she was like crying in the car, but I was like, don't cry, everything's fine, like trying to be all tough, you know, because she's like my older sister. And then I dropped her off, and then on my way home I was just bawling. So but it's okay, I'll see her soon.
You know what I always say about that? I always say, how lucky are you, or are we, to have someone in our life that makes saying goodbye so hard? I think that's like, I always look at it with that perspective.
It's just like I love that, actually. I feel like there's something missing because she's not here, you know, but I love that perspective. Okay. Most likely to wake up without their phone, wallet, and ID.
Okay, so clarifying question.
Yeah.
Why are you waking up without these things? Are you hungover and like you were drunk? Like, that's what I'm assuming from this question.
I think so. Because I don't think you could lose your things, you know, at night when you're sleeping. So I'm pretty sure that's
sleepwalking. Okay. Me?
I think you, honestly.
I think me, hands down.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. I don't have any stories about that, I don't think. I'm actually really pretty good about keeping my cards and stuff, like when I'm out.
Yeah.
But I would not put it past me to lose everything.
That's actually a good point, because you usually keep my cards too, like in your purse.
I do.
Because I never have like a small purse. You have that like cute little pink bag, you know? I always remember that because it's like
I always carry my little pink purse, and I carry everybody's cards.
Yes. Okay. This is best of the best. Whoever is a hopeless romantic.
Oh, you.
Me? I thought it was you.
Wait, really? Why?
Maybe we both are.
Okay, I think we both are, but I feel like you are more than I am.
Really?
I think you're more of a romantic person than I am. Like, I feel like you, I do.
Well, I know I've been single for 4 years, but I know when I'm with someone, I'm going to be like so freaking obsessed. So I'm going to be like head over freaking heels for this man. My hands and money. But I think we both are, though. I think you're a hopeless romantic in the ways that you think too, you know, and your future partner.
That's true.
So, okay. Likely. Okay. Oh my gosh, this is funny. Okay. Most likely to pretend they know the lyrics, but rap absolute nonsense.
Both. Everybody I've ever known has commented on my lack of knowledge of lyrics. I sing the wrong lyrics to every song. It doesn't, half the time I don't know if I have a hearing issue, if they're just not singing very clearly, but it's really a skill to be able to sing along accurately.
It really is. Actually, can I share a story of what, one time this happened to me, and it was honestly really funny and embarrassing. I was with my friends, Kylene and Karen, and I think the song is by the Jonas Brothers. It's like, What a Man Gotta Do. And it goes
what a man gotta do.
Yes.
Okay,
and it goes like, what a man gotta do to be locked up by you. Well, I thought it was saying to be knocked up by you. And so I would sing it, and in my head, you guys, I was like, I don't think a guy can get pregnant, but, you know, society is really going out there, and so maybe they're really trying to make this possible, which honestly I wouldn't mind it, so I don't have to experience it. And so I was like singing it, and I don't remember if it was Kylene or Karen, and they're like, Ruby, it says locked up by you, not knocked up. And I'm like, oh, that makes a lot more sense. But yes, since then I always read the lyrics now, like, because you have Apple Music though, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so I just put the lyrics, and I'm just like, okay, I'm not gonna go through this embarrassment again.
Ruby, ever since you showed me how to do that, I do the same thing now. Every time I listen to a song, I read the lyrics, because for the longest time I realized I was not understanding songs because I was singing the wrong lyrics. And so, yeah, it's really an issue. No,
it does get really confusing. Sometimes I say like, oh, I'm not really into that song, but actually I am if I actually knew what they were saying.
Yep, I agree.
Okay, next one is a truth. Who was the last person you stalked on Instagram?
Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. I know who mine is.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, I just did this morning. Okay, you want to know who I stalked?
Yes.
So, you guys have heard about, and Rui, you have too, about my church situation with the red squares. You know, the quarantine church setup.
Oh, yes, yes.
And my friend texted me yesterday and she said, OMG, I was on this like Instagram rabbit hole situation and I found one of the cute guys from that group that I was telling you about on Instagram. So she sent me his profile and he's really attractive and
gorgeous.
yeah, he's really cute. And she sent me all this stuff. And so I went and of course I stalked him because he's on public. Thank you, Jesus. That's always like Christmas
Bless
Day.
up.
Yeah, bless up. And so anyways, that's who I last stalked.
Oh my goodness. Are you going to follow him?
No, she already followed him and she was like, she's like, he's so cute. And I said, oh my gosh, yeah, he is. And she said, well, it's okay if you like him too, you know, and she already followed him. And I was like, no. You called dibs, girlfriend. He's yours. I'm not going to be like
awesome
busted in here.
Wing woman. Or what did we say in Mexico? Miguelita?
Oh, Miguelita. That's Ruby and my code word for wing woman.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, my turn. I was like totally ignoring. I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah,
mine
Ruby
honestly,
can't get out of this one.
No, mine honestly is not that bad. It's this famous person named Gabby Barrett because I'm obsessed with her new album and literally totally recommend. There's only like one song that I do not like, but the one underneath to share, you know, is like my crush, the one that I've been obsessed with for like 2 years. So
I know
yes.
the boy.
Yes, you definitely know the boy.
Question.
Yeah.
How often, if you like a guy, I want to know other people's input on this. If you like a guy, how often do you stalk him on Instagram? Like weekly, like once a week, twice a week, 3 times a week? Like what's normal? Is there a normal?
I don't know. Well, we've been like Snapchatting, so I don't really stalk him as much, you know, like as much. I'm like, I stalk him so much. I don't really know. I don't really stalk him much, you know, like unless he posts, you know, a photo,
you know
it's easy for me to just go stalk and then be like, oh, look, how cute. You're really gorgeous.
What's funny about that
What?
is like I'll stalk someone who I've stalked many times.
Yes.
And I'm like, why am I re-stalking this person?
I've
like
seen
10
this
times.
photo like a million times already. Yes, it's totally relatable.
The profile is not changing. So why do I keep coming back and staring at the same photos and reading the same exact comments? What? I don't understand.
I totally feel ya, honestly. Especially because even the people that rarely post, that you know don't really post, but it's like, well, just in case they did post and I just didn't see it, I'll just go on it. But I'm like, oh my gosh.
It's so strange.
Okay, next card. Best of the best. Whoever is the best with parents.
Ooh, I feel like both of us, honestly.
I would agree.
Do you have any stories about meeting parents of people you've dated, like, or just how did it go?
But I'm really worried because, or just Brody's parents, I guess, my best friend.
Yeah.
But it wasn't anything like, it was really chill, you know, because he's just my best friend. But I am worried. I'm not even worried about my marriage. I'm more worried that my mother-in-law is not going to like me. Like that is what I get really worried about. And so you best bet I'm going to be people pleasing and I'm going to be making sure she loves me when we're first dating.
Ruby, I literally have met some of the nicest girls in the world who have had issues with their mother-in-laws. I feel like that's a very common thing and it freaks me out because I'm like, I can't imagine not having a good relationship with my future mother-in-law. Like I love people. I get along with like
what is there to hate?
Pretty much.
Let's be realistic here. I'm just kidding.
No, but truly like, but that, and then I meet these really nice people who have problems with their mother-in-laws. And I'm like, how can you have problems with them? And so it scares me.
I think some mother-in-laws just get really attached and it's like they know their son's getting taken. Oh my
That's
God.
what I've heard. That's what I've heard too.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do you though?
No.
Okay.
I feel like I haven't met a lot of parents, and if I do, it's like super chill. Like they're just like,
Mm.
oh, okay, you're really nice, okay, you know.
You don't
So
sit down and just, yeah, that makes sense.
no, I've never been like interrogated or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's pretty
Oh
chill.
God, I hope it's never like that either. Okay. Best of the best, whoever can hold the most alcohol. I think you.
What?
No.
I think you, Ruby, I lose my shit if I literally just have like 3 drinks. I feel like I'm like dying. And you look at Ruby is the craziest creature. We will be out drinking. We will have drank the same amount, Ruby. And you always have it together. And I never have it together. I don't understand. So absolutely, do you not understand what this term means? You can hold your alcohol so much better. I don't even know how you could think I possibly do.
No. Oh, wait, hold. Okay, I was thinking, this is what I
Were
mean.
you thinking holding in your hand?
No.
Oh. It's like, Ruby, I don't hold it better in any way.
No, I just thought like, who can drink the most? I can't.
I drink more.
Okay, you're right because yeah, my number one rule, like I remember, I think it was like it wasn't even a house party, the Halloween, or it was like a kickback from that last episode that we talked about with the soccer boys.
With the party pack?
Yeah, the party pack. Oh my word, so embarrassing. So us, honestly, thinking it's a house party. But yeah, I was always like, okay, let's hold it together. Let's sober up. Act like you're completely sober. I am actually really good at that. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, you're a freaking boss. And I'm just like, God.
I just get really worried. I don't want people to judge me. So I'm just like, okay, I'm completely sober when I'm like 10 shots in, like in Costa Rica.
Yeah, like, you're truly amazing at that.
Okay, I love this next card. Truth. Okay. What's something about yourself that you hope will never change? Do you want to share? Oh, me?
Yeah.
Okay. I hope that like my moments, like things that I feel like every day there's a story that happens, something happens to me that I'm like, oh my gosh, of course it happens to me. Cause it just like makes me, I don't know, back then it was really embarrassing, but now I'm like, it's just who I am. And I just hope that just never changes. You know, like my brothers always say that like my future husband is in it for the ride. Like he's going to be coming home and knows that he's going to have a story to share. But like, for example, the other day I went to this like espresso stand and it was like a pink espresso stand. And I was like, wow, so cute. Like, I'm so going to go to that one. You know, maybe they have like cute pink cups or something. Well, I pull up. And little did I know.
I think I know where this is going. I think I know. Is it a bikini barista? Oh,
God. And
I
didn't even realize because it was closed. So I was like, I pulled up and then I'm like grabbing my wallet, you know, like, oh, do you want, what would you like? And then I turn around and I'm like, oh, I was like, I didn't know this was a bikini espresso stand, and it was just so awkward. I was like, oh my gosh, of course it happened to me.
Oh my God.
I know, it was so awkward. It's like, I don't want to be seeing, like, go you if you're confident and like wearing lingerie, but I am not. I don't want to be seeing you. So I was just literally just like looking at like my steering wheel. I was nothing else.
Ruby, this story is almost as funny or ridiculous as when you pulled up to Taco Bell and ordered a grande vanilla latte or whatever the hell you did. Or you ordered 2 tacos at Starbucks or something and then you thought it was... I was like, Ruby, I was on the phone with you when that happened. Yes. And they're like,
I was distracted.
Taco Bell or something. And you're like, oh shit.
No, I think it was Taco Bell or I don't know. Yeah, you're right. But I ordered tacos at a different store. And like, we don't sell tacos because it was right next to each other. So, oh my gosh, so funny. But what's something about you that you don't ever want to change?
I feel like there's a lot of things I don't want to change.
Love, yes.
2 of them being, well, one would be just like being bubbly and happy and being positive. I think like I never want to let the world and like the negativity and like shape who I am, if that makes sense. Like I always just want to be happy and bubbly. And I also want something I really don't want to change is just like being bold and like standing up for myself. I feel like I've been like that ever since I was a kid. And like, I'm going to share this story about a time I was bold because it will give you perspective about what I was like as a child. So in middle school, and I had a few moments like this in middle school, but it was 8th grade. And our principal came over the intercom and she announced that yoga pants were not going to be allowed at school anymore because girls were distracting boys learning by wearing yoga pants. And me, this little, I think it was 7th or 8th grade, I was like, that seems like inequality and like not very feminist. Like, you know what I mean? And I was totally not like the super feminist person, but I was like, why are girls getting punished for something that guys, you know, do you get what I'm saying? Like that just doesn't seem like that's right. So I go home and I'm like, Mom, Dad, girls are getting punished. We're not allowed to wear something because guys are getting distracted by it. And yet we're the ones getting punished for it. And we're the ones that are getting our like rights, quote unquote, getting taken away. And my parents were like, so what are you going to do about it? And I was like, I don't know. And anyways, long story short, I wrote an article to the newspaper about how yoga pants were being banned at Liberty Middle School and how it was unacceptable because women, like girls, were getting their rights taken away just to please men and to make their lives easier when they are not being able to control them getting distracted and all this stuff, right?
Oh my gosh, I love this.
In the newspaper, gets published. I flip it out of the newspaper and I put it in my principal's office. And it legit says, by Nicole Lowen. I put it in her office and my parents, this is just a little bit of my parents, like my dad brought the newspaper article to work and was like showing all of his colleagues and he's like, look at what my daughter wrote. But anyways, ever since I was a kid, have been bold in my convictions, strong in my beliefs, and have stood up for myself. And I don't ever want that to change.
I love that, Nicole. Oh my goodness, that's like one of my favorite stories.
Even if it's just about yoga pants, like, I will stand up for what's right.
For inequality and justice.
Yes.
The next question. Most likely to spill red wine on their wedding dress? You. There's no doubt about that. You.
For sure, me. I think I spill something like 3 times per day. I don't know if you knew that about me, Ruby.
No.
It is so bad.
But I believe
it. As a child, my mom wouldn't buy me white because I would spill everything and it never changed. It's always been like that. So anyways, for sure, I'm not drinking around my wedding dress.
So then we'll for sure have to bring one of those like whiteout pens. I will provide that on your wedding day, okay?
Thank you. We need a little party pack to...
the wedding party pack. The wedding pack.
Yes. The wedding pack.
Okay, best of the best. Whoever is the worst driver. No doubt about that. Yeah, for sure.
Ruby, I'm so sorry to say this, Ruby. You are probably one of the worst drivers I've ever been with. I'm actually kind of scared sometimes. And
well, my sister this weekend literally kept on quoting that when we were in the car. Like, I feel like I'm gonna
terrifying.
Die.
It's terrifying.
Actually, yesterday I had one of those moments where I was like getting onto the road and I thought I was like in this entryway. Well, no, I was on a freaking sidewalk, on top of a sidewalk, you guys. And I just moved back to Bellingham. And there was this like guy, I was like right next to the gas station. And there was a guy doing these like gestures and like waving. And I literally in my head, I like rolled my eyes. I was like, oh, it's Bellingham. He's probably on drugs or something. Like, it's like a druggie, you know, like totally ignoring him. Well, I like start driving. And the moment my like front bumper hits the ground, I look at him and I'm like, I'm probably so red. And I just like put my hand up like, got it. I totally understand what you're trying to tell me. But no, I get flat tires. Like literally last week I got a flat freaking tire. And I have no idea why, but now I know why.
Well, Ruby calls me once when I think you were heading down here to visit me. She calls me and she's like, oh my gosh, Nicole, I'm freaking out. My gas tank light is on. I totally forgot to even get gas before I went on a 5-hour road trip. I just didn't even think about it. And now I'm in the middle of nowhere and there's no gas. And I'm just freaking out. And she
you
was
guys,
like,
0 miles. You know how like the cars tell you how many miles you have? 0. Sorry, keep going.
No, I just remember being like, Ruby, what the hell? Why would you not check to get gas before you go on a 5-hour road trip? I mean, come on, girlfriend. And it was just so, I mean, yeah, Ruby and cars and driving it's not her friend.
No. Also, I just like to wait the last like 10 miles. So I just was kind of assuming there would be a freaking gas station within the 10 miles that I was driving, but no. Anyways, okay. Most likely to have to look up an abbreviation online. I think both.
I think both, but I think you would be more likely to have to do that.
Really?
I feel like I'm a little more with the times.
Yeah, I just the slang and stuff like that. I don't really, it's not my thing.
Like, have you said, you know something I say all the time that I just love? Say less. Have you ever heard that?
Yes, but I feel like everybody says that, no?
Oh, okay, never mind. I thought it was really cool. I like
Wait, that's
say
an actual slang right now?
I think so.
Really? Oh, I love that.
Like, you know what I've been noticing? They're taking things that are things and they're making them new. Like, spill the beans, spill the tea. Say no more, say less. They're like changing things. Do you get what I'm saying? And that's why I think Nicole. I'm being able to keep up on it because it's not like this totally new thing.
That makes sense. Whoever has the highest Uber rating, Nicole really cares about her Uber rating. No?
I do.
No, mine dropped from that weekend we went to Seattle.
I care about my Uber rating. I really do.
Yeah.
But Ruby she literally gets in the Uber and just nonstop chats up the Uber driver. Like one time I will never forget, there was this random guy from like Somalia,
yeah,
something like
that
in Africa. I can envision what the country looks like, but anyways, and she's telling, and he's long distance with his wife. This was in Seattle, I think,
I remember this.
And she's telling him about care packages and how he needs to be emotionally supporting her during long distance. And he's just like, oh, okay, yeah. And I'm just like, oh, Ruby. Like, you know, she's like 5 shots in, telling him about care packages and the logistics of how to make a cute one. And
how to love your partner in a long distance relationship.
As she is super fucking single.
Yeah.
Sorry, we can edit that out. But as she's single.
No, yeah, but I think we both love to talk though, because remember when we went?
Yeah, we do.
I think we went to Seattle. It was a different time, and our Uber driver marked you down because we talked way too much. Do you remember that? Which I'm like, excuse me? Do you remember? That was the only time.
Too talkative.
Too talkative.
You're right.
Can you believe that?
You guys, we're just really nice. Okay. Yeah. Like, yes. I mean, I'm sorry if I talk too much for you.
Imagine when we're intoxicated, we talk even more. Yeah, it's going to be so awkward if it's quiet.
Exactly.
That
is actually really rude. I can't believe he did that.
You should have messaged him. No, it was a girl.
Wait, I do not remember this, but I do remember getting marked down for talking to him.
Yeah, because there was 2 other people. We shared the Uber driver with 2 other people.
Oh.
Yeah.
But oh my gosh, this is all coming back. We were talking about how we don't understand plays and how they're so confusing.
My God, and theater and that's
she right. She was not picking up what we were putting down.
I think it was because the couple was just coming back from a play.
But they were cracking up. They thought we were funny.
Yeah, I think
that driver just thought we were annoying, I think. And I was like, we're just trying to make some connections here in Seattle, okay?
Okay, 2 more cards. What's something that people most misunderstand about you?
I know what mine is.
Okay. What's yours?
Mine, I don't know. I think I have a couple, but the one I'll share is when I am stressed out, or just in general, I'm a lone wolf. Like, I'm a lone ranger. I like to be alone. I like to be by myself. I love being single. And of course, I want to be married someday. Relationships are great. But like some people, there's this like thing where they're like, oh, when you're going through stressful times, when you're going through something, you want someone there with you to support you. I'm the complete opposite. I like the idea of like someone being there with me. I just want them to go away. Like, I'm like, leave me alone. Let me do my thing. Like, when I'm stressed out, I want to be alone. I don't want you to talk to me. I just want you to leave me alone. And I don't think that's normal. And I think Like, for example, with my master's, how I said I always make excuses. Like, I'm not dating during my master's. To me, that's totally a valid excuse because I don't want to have to deal with someone. Like, as you know, not in a mean way, but I'm like, I don't need that. Like,
more
that's
stress,
just annoying to
more
me.
Like,
yes, more just more
to
stuff.
Plan, to
yeah,
deal
like
with.
I need my own space. I need my own time. And I think that's like misunderstood a lot because then they're like, well, you don't like them enough then. And I'm like, no, it's just my personality.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That makes sense. For me, I think it's, I'm very assertive and I'm very, I'd say I'm a leader and I want my opinion and my voice to be heard. And I think, I know I've been told ever since I was a little girl, even like my kindergarten teacher, I had like a note and she like wrote something about how I like to take charge or something like that, like ever since I was a little girl. And so I have been told that I'm very bossy or controlling. And it's frustrating because I always ask people like, what do you think? Or what's your opinion? Or what do you want kind of thing? And so that's like my thing, like people mistaken or misunderstand like my assertiveness. And I like that quality. I you know, that I have. And I don't know, it's frustrating that people think I'm just being, bitch, but.
No, Ruby, I'm gonna just say really quick, I have mad respect for people that can voice their opinion and be strong in their convictions because there are way too many people that are completely spineless and bend over backwards just to people please. And I have no respect for people like that. I don't, because I'm like, be who you are, stand up for what you believe in. Yeah, and like, if you don't agree with someone and you want to say that you don't agree, then don't agree. Like any normal human being is not going to be like, I hate you now because you disagree with me. You know, like I respect you.
And if they do, then you probably don't want them in your life.
That's true. That is true. Then they're probably like someone, that you wouldn't want anyway.
Did you share yours? Yes, you did. Okay. Last card. Most likely to get kicked out of a bar for partying too hard. I think you.
To admit that would be me. Yep.
For sure You've never been kicked out though.
Never have.
And we're going to keep it that way too.
That is, yes, we will keep it that way.
Okay.
Is that the last question?
That was our last, the last question. That was really fun. Oh my goodness. We should do, we should sprinkle some of these episodes in season 2. So even though this is our last episode, still follow us on Instagram at She's All That Pod because we're still going to be active on there and just like posting on a story and just sharing things that are happening to us, if it's worthy to share for a laugh or something, or if it's going to be relatable. There's that. And I think you have words of affirmation, Nicole.
Yep. So this is from someone named Nicole. So you know that I love her already. And she has a great name. And it says, hey, Ruby and Nicole. Okay, I found you guys on the Self-Helpless podcast thread. And I'm, in all caps, ladies and gentlemen, obsessed. You guys are so funny. I'm listening to the Bad Dates episode right now. And it is so relatable. So freaking good and hella funny. That's all. Thank you for being amazing.
Oh,
thank you.
Love. I love it. Oh my goodness, this is our last episode. We're gonna have a whole month break. When we go like just 2 weeks, I like get so excited and I like text you, I'm like, I'm so excited. I missed, when I pull out the microphone, I'm like, I missed you.
I know. But you know what? This is a perfect opportunity for everyone to catch up on episodes because I know a lot of people are behind that I've talked to. So catch up and re-listen if you're looking for a laugh and tell your friends about the pod. Follow us on Instagram. And
see you in a month, or you get to hear us in a month.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. I thought you said get ripped. And I was like, do that too. You're all that.
If you want to get ripped, go ahead and get ripped.
If you want to get ripped during the meantime, that's fine too. Okay. Well, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in. And I'm going to miss you, but we'll see you in a month.
Besos.
Bye.